All right, this is Shane McBride trying a 150 kilo clean and jerk here. He's a CrossFitter that works with us. Just did really well at the regionals this past year in 2013, and his Olympic lifting numbers have really skyrocketed week by week, and he just keeps setting PR after PR. But here's a quick analysis of a 150 kilo clean and jerk PR attempt, and I just want to look at a few things that we could tighten up a little bit on his rep here to just optimize it a bit. So Shane's very strong, very fast, amazing athlete, and so there's just a few things that he can get by with that most people couldn't, and he can still pull off the lift. But let's look at where he breaks down a little bit. So let's play this along here. Got a really sturdy start position. Let's back that up. Right in there, I like how he's getting set up to the bar. It's a good position there, but I feel like he can get his shoulder blades a little tighter as he comes off the floor here. He seems to open up and his hips come up pretty soon right off the floor right in there. Not a bad position, but it gets carried away a little bit. So that right there, you can see that bar is a bit forward of him. His hips are way out of the equation a little bit, and they don't really ever get back into the lift. So from the knee position here, I'd like to see him scoop his knees into the bar a little more, a little sooner and a little more aggressively. So he's kind of gets real tall, and he can't really scoop into his hips and get as much hip thrust as he can, and the bar's left just a tad forward on the finish of the pull here. So I'd like to see the bar basically coming back this direction a little bit more from this knee position here. So let's see what happens here. Let's back that up. So from the knees, he's scooping in a little bit, but he could get a little more. And so he's kind of leaving it out in front there. So you can see his chest is over the bar here. I'd like to get his torso a little more vertical, like so, a bit, or actually a little bit more vertical than that, so he can finish up and back just a tad more. And that bar is left out in front there. He's really quick under the bar. You'll see. I'll play this in normal time in a second. But his the bar's forward in his rack. You know, he keeps his hands on the bar pretty well. But I don't know that he's got the exact flexibility to hold that rack and get a more upright vertical torso for a strong receiving position. So you can see he's just a tad forward coming out of the recovery there. But let's see that in real time. Tad forward there, and the weight drips forward with him, and so you can see he's kind of leaning forward there, and those elbows are way down. So I'd like to get those elbows and that chest up a bit more. It's a nice cue to be able to keep the hands on the bar, but if it's putting you in this position, it's not worth it. So I'd rather liberate some fingers and drive the elbows and chest up a little bit more. So a very strong guy, very quick under the bar, and he can get away with some of those airs, so no big deal on that. On the jerk, you'll see here, he kind of dips a bit forward. So watch his torso compared to this straight line here. You can see he throws the bar out, he dips a little bit forward, and he thrusts a little bit forward. The dip actually is not too bad. It's a nice upright dip. It might be too much into the ball of his foot and toes, but then he thrusts it forward a bit out to the front there. So that should come back a little bit more this direction. That's a bit aggressive. A little bit more like that. On his dip and drive. So he just had to chase a little bit, and with that kind of weight there, you know, if you throw it off by, you know, half an inch forward, you're not going to make the weight. So it's got to be automatic. You got to put that bar right into place to support that much of a load. So awesome attempt by Shane. He'll definitely be making this lift very soon in the future.